Leader. This is Passe Partout.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Renee Allen. Shocking new details about that double murder in Opelousas that killed a 4-year-old girl. Opelousas police say the shooting suspects intended to kill children. It appears the shooting was a payback in a dispute between neighbors. News 10's Mark Rigsby has more.
A trio of suspects now in custody in connection to a shooting that left 2 people dead.
We want to remind the criminal element that they need to find a new location because we are committed to taking them down.
Devontre L. Bro was caught by Shreveport police Thursday night. He's charged with first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and home invasion. Felton James Martin was caught on April 28th. He's facing the same charges. Holly Roberts was also arrested Thursday by Lafayette police. She's charged with being a principal to first-degree murder, principal to attempted first-degree murder, and obstruction of justice.
We are convinced that Holly Roberts participated so much so that the shooters in this homicide is closely connected to Holly Roberts.
The crime happened at a home on Mia Street in Opelousas early in the morning on April 27th. Police say it all started when 2 women who were next-door neighbors, one of them Roberts, got into an argument. 911 was called, but when officers arrived, they were told everything was okay, but it was not.
If we would have been allowed to reveal the truth that something had taken place, maybe this would not have happened. We don't know.
Police say Roberts called Bro and Martin to drive from Lafayette to intervene in the dispute. Police say the 2 men entered the home next door with an AR-15 rifle and shot and killed 46-year-old Alton James Thomas and 4-year-old Rakaitlin Cola. Police say Bro was the trigger man. 2 other children were also shot, a 17-month-old girl who is in critical condition and a 7-year-old boy.
Without giving too much information, we do believe that the kids were an intended target. In this case, we do believe that those kids were shot intentionally.
The shooting was apparently so reckless and the AR-15 rifle so powerful that one of the bullets went through the wall and grazed the head of a 16-year-old girl, the daughter of Roberts, the woman who police say called the 2 men to Opelousas and who are now accused of murder.
Funeral services were held Friday in Opelousas for the 4-year-old. The suspects, Bro, Martin, and Roberts, were still in jail as of last night. Meanwhile, friends and family of 46-year-old Alton James Thomas remembered him, and another family member lost to gun violence with a balloon release. News 10 Britt LaFaso spoke with the family of Alton Thomas, whose life was stolen, along with the 4-year-old girl. Yesterday's balloon release was in her honor.
I'm hurt because that was 2 of my favorite cousins, and they're going to be missed. They're really going to be missed.
Hilda Olivier says as she thinks of her cousins, she remembers her favorite times with them and their family.
Just for the simple fact that we won't be able to see them anymore, laughing, clowning, dancing. It's hurt.
It's hurting. They took him from us. It was a senseless crime, you know. That could have been avoided.
Tiffany Thomas, also a cousin of both men, says there's too much violence and wants the hatred to stop.
He's not here to speak, but we're going to speak for him. That's why we made the shirt. Stop the gun violence. It needs to stop, you know. Innocent souls lost. It needs to stop. They need to do better. Law enforcement also need to do better.
Thomas says losing not 1 but 2 cousins to gun violence feels like a bad dream she can't wake up from.
Until today, we can't shake it. We still can't shake it. We still can't accept the fact that he's gone, or that he's gone.
That was Britt LaFaso reporting. The family of Alton Thomas says with 3 people now in custody for his murder, they are hoping justice will be served. We are hearing from the father of 2 girls who fell into the Mississippi River almost 2 weeks ago. The body of 14-year-old Brandy Wilson was recovered Thursday night near the Domino Sugar Refinery in St. Bernard Parish. 8-year-old Allie Berry Wilson remains missing. The father says this situation has changed his life forever. He posted safety signs where the kids were and went into the water to hopefully prevent others from doing the same thing.
We done got rid of all the demons out the river. They don't have no more demons in the river. It's full of this river full of angels. Everybody can come here and pray. It works. Prayers work.
Barry says even though and through this event the three kids have come out on top as heroes, saying through this tragedy they're bringing the city of New Orleans back together as one. After 14 years on the job, Louisiana's fire marshal is stepping down. Governor John Bel Edwards says Butch Browning is leaving office to become executive director of the National Association of State Fire Marshals later this month. Browning was first appointed in 2008 and served under two-term governors. He's the longest-serving state fire marshal. State Fire Marshal Deputy Assistant Secretary Daniel H. Wallace will succeed Browning. Congressman Steve Scalise is in town this week visiting the state legislature. Scalise played a key role in Louisiana's so-called trigger law that would let the state immediately ban abortion should the Supreme Court overturn Roe versus Wade.
Obviously, there's a lot of debate in Washington about what's going to happen over at the Supreme Court if they release this decision. If Roe v. Wade is overturned, it's the trigger law passed in '06 that I know I was a co-sponsor of that. We voted for that bill.